Because more than once, the government, NERC, through NERC, has come out to say people should not be paying for meters. As far back as the Fashola days as Minister of Power, we heard that we shouldn't be paying for meters.
Because the meters do not belong to the customer.
Because the meters do not belong to us. My phone is mine, I buy it, right? But I can determine which network I want to put in on it. However, I can't do the same for electricity, right? So why should I have to pay for meters?
Okay, so I'll take you through history summarily, very quickly, within a minute. Initially, it was a case that you didn't have to. At some point, you had to, but then you get discounted billing so that you can recover that sum over a period of time. At some point, you could have an arrangement with your disco around meters. Even in the Electricity Act, you can invest in the network and then get that money back, right? So the policy at the moment is that you're not supposed to pay for meters, but because all of this infrastructure at the end of the day belong to the disco. But enforcement is a different conversation, one. Two, it's also a Nigerian thing. More often than not, when there's a challenge, rather than go through the old org, maybe because of the length of time, people just prefer to, you know what, I've got the money, let me deal with this issue and move on, rather than not have electricity for the next 1 month, next 2 or 3 months. So it still goes to enforcement. It goes to ensuring that there is speed in resolving all of these issues. Because if you look at the process, at times you need to first go back to the disco, which is the source of the problem, when you then do not get a resolution, before you then can move to NERC. So there's a process in place. It's whether we are willing to, similar to someone eats your car, whether you can call insurance, whether you can go to court. Most people just move on. And I think it's a Nigerian thing. If we begin to enforce rights, begin to use the court system more, you would find out that some of these things change. But then it means that we have to also look at macro issues. Macroeconomic issues. The court system needs to work. NERC needs to be more efficient, and they're doing a lot around regulations.
You know, when you talk about courts, I'm just wondering. Okay, so I start the case today, and then what happens? Anyway.